Ice and the link is feeling cold. Last year is done, new story getting told. Jalen under fire, say his vision's getting tight. They say he's uncoachable, can't get right. AJ in New England, now that deal is done. Lemons got the green light, pick that number one. Benny in the coordinator, put your fears to rest. Patello playing checkers, why this dude is playing chess. AJ finally traded and the hype train's broke. Rabel's back to coaching and Buzzini's catching smoke. 10 toes down with the Eagles on the scene. Ain't no time for fakers cause your boy is bleeding green. Source is leaking stories but you know it's all cap. Coach Marcus on the mic and he's shooting all facts. Search trending topics, information moving slow. Pro fan talk, always keep you in the know. Pro fan talk. Hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro fan talk. With the real ones bar. From the birds to the league, we gon' cover it all. Pro fan talk. Hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro fan talk.
What it do, y'all? What's good? What's good with you? What's good? Happy Monday, man. Long weekend, a lot of stuff going on. Got a chance to play with my toys. Finally got some content up with my drone. Everything worked out great. World Cup is going. U.S. got busy, handled business. Still talking about my Eagles. They still worried about Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts is fine. Stop sweating us. Ain't that what the young folks used to say? Now, I think that's my generation. That happened when I was in high school. Stop sweating me. Stop sweating me, Mom. Dang. And my mom would be like, hey, I ain't like one of your little friends. What's good with you? Chris 3K, first out the limo. What's good, brother? King Price, what's good with you? Daniel Berry Sports. What's good? What's good? 63 Mortis. Yeah, I was a little late tonight, man. I was talking to my granddaughter a little bit. I'm trying to get her set up so I can get her some training with one of my boys. And you know how teenagers is. They always get something to do. It's summertime, but I'm like, hey, you the one said you wanted to be dedicated and you want to get better, so let's get better. Let's stop BSing. So, but it's all good, man. It's all good. So yeah, man, I was watching a couple articles and reading some stuff, and it was like, man, what are y'all talking about? Why y'all still sweating us? Huh? Why y'all still sweating us? And I was thinking about something, like out of all of with everything that's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles right now, Sean Mannion, Kevin Patullo being out of here, the turnover that we've had at offensive coordinator. Is it Providence that we have the guy under center that can handle this type of stuff the best? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ant? Is that did it just fall that way with us? You know, with everything going on, and the guy that we got, QB1 under center, with all of the turnover that we have, we got the guy. We have the guy that has experience with this type of stuff. So we don't have nothing to worry about. At least I don't. Let me say it like that. What's up, Carlos? We don't have nothing to worry about. We don't have nothing to worry about. Cool as the other side of the pillow. Shout out to Stuart Scott. He was frat, A5A. So yeah, man, I'm very, very interested to see what Sean Mannion is going to do and cook up with Jalen Hurts. To have that type of skill set sitting in front of your face, what is he going to do? And we have the potential to be just as good as we were in 24. The defense is good again. The offensive line is going to be healthy. The running game should be better. Again, we still little things we got to solve for X. There's still some things that we ain't got it ironed out yet, but I have complete confidence that we will. the question, I know our offensive line is going to start out well. I'm confident of that. However, the only thing that is concerning is, can we stay healthy? That's it. That's the only thing that I'm worried about our offensive line. Can we stay healthy and stay on the field? That is the most important thing. So, um, yeah, man. That is the concern of every team in the league. We're not exempt. We just had a healthy dose of injuries last year, and it cost us. And so hopefully the same thing doesn't happen. I made the joke earlier in the year. I said this during the season, and I was like, I don't want to see Landon Dickerson bringing a keg of beer, a cooler worth of beer. Don't even act like you about to do that. That's bad luck now. You get your knee jacked up, then 3 days later you bring in beer to practice, and it did not look well during the season. It's just like you weren't at 100%. Jurgens wasn't at 100%. Lane wasn't at 100%. Mailata wasn't at 100%. So let's leave the beers in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we did last year, don't do it again. Do opposite. Go into your superstitious bag, and everything that we did, do the opposite. Don't do that. Don't do nothing we did last year. Do it all different, because we need y'all on the field. The offensive line is what makes the car go. You guys have heard me say this before. Cam Jurgens is the most important player on that offense. It ain't Saquon. It ain't Jalen. It ain't Lemon. It ain't Dontavian Wicks. It ain't Smitty. It's Cam Jurgens. And last year was a prime example. If he doesn't get the ball successfully to Jalen Hurts, if he doesn't block his man, we're going to have trouble all year. He is the most important piece. He touches the ball every play. If he doesn't have a good snap, Jalen can't operate the play. He might get a fumble. He's scrambling. Everything starts with Cam Jurgens. I can't emphasize that enough. Jalen just gets all of the pub because he's number 2 on that list. Only time people worry about a center is if he's not doing his job. The only time you worried about a center, remember towards the last 2 years Jason Kelce was with us. He had an awful lot of bad snaps. It was like, where did this come from? Before that, you wasn't thinking about Jason Kelce. You knew he was an all-pro. You knew he was a perennial Pro Bowler. You knew he was borderline Hall of Fame. You just didn't worry about him until you did. Same way with Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens' first year as a starter, I don't think I remember hearing his name called. And that's a good thing when you're an offensive lineman. Because if they call your name, that's because you either led a sack or you got called for holding or something like that. And we didn't hear Cam Jurgens' name much at all. He was doing what he's supposed to do. So, yeah, Kelce had bad penalties, man. But those last 2 seasons, it didn't, like, it was out of nowhere. It's like, damn, Kelce, come on, man. It's like, because he wasn't known for that. He was not known for that. So, so I think about stuff like that, man. And I used to tell my kids that when I used to coach. We had the one kid that, what's up, K-Sap? We had the one kid that he was our center. And I used to have to pull him to the side, and I used to tell him, I was trying to build his confidence. I was like, bro, you are the most important piece on this team. Before Devin, our quarterback, can get the ball, you got to do your job. So it starts and ends with you. And that's it in a nutshell. It starts from the offensive line in the trenches and goes backwards. If you haven't seen my video from yesterday in the park, please check it out. Because I talk about the 3 things that the Eagles need to worry about. But I'm more excited for you to see it because that was the first time I got to shoot content with my drone. So that was fun. So more to come when it comes to that. But I talked about the offensive line, obviously Sean Mannion and Jalen Hurts. And then, at the end of it's the offensive, really the offensive line should be first. Jalen Hurts and Sean Mannion is second. And then trying to figure out who's going to pick up the slack for AJ Brown. Dontavian Wicks, and all of that falls back. All of that, the production, who's going to replace AJ Brown's production, in my opinion, falls under the umbrella of what is Sean Mannion's offense going to look like. It falls under that umbrella. Because if that's not working right, that's a far cry. Lemon going to struggle. Dontavian Wicks is going to struggle. Devontae's going to struggle. Everybody's going to struggle. So we got it's the domino effect. And again, water is wet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the same issues. It starts and it ends in the trenches. So our guys have got to stay healthy. We can't go through that same thing we went through last year. Can't do it. We got to stay healthy, and we have got to get some solid backups. We can't have the drop-off that we had before. Lane Johnson goes out. Fred has been up and down, though, because Fred has had some good games, and sometimes it's not so much. So we got to get his consistency up, because I think Fred Johnson is solid. And then, again, he's good until it isn't. So we gotta, I ain't got no problem with Fred. I know he can do the job. I just don't want that drop-off to be so severe when Lane Johnson is out. That's how I feel. But we'll see what we got with this, with the new offensive line coach. Because he's on the hot seat. What's his name? Cooper? Chris Cooper. Chris Cooper taking over for Stout. Chris Cooper, 4 seasons. KSAP, he was with your boys in Minnesota. Spent from 22 to 25, he was the offensive line coach for the Vikings. He played 8 years in the league. And let me see. He has extensive experience in the Shanahan-McVay offensive systems, making him a seamless fit to work alongside the Eagles offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion. So they are familiar with each other. And that helps. That helps. Yeah, Mortis, check out my video yesterday, man. I was in the park. Got my drone going, man. I'm doing things, man. Got my little Neo too, making it happen. So, but it's his job is important. And the one thing I like is, and like I just said, they have some, Sean Mannion and Cooper have some familiarity, right? And that's going to help, because it's all about lowering that learning curve. That's the biggest thing, man. You got to lower that learning curve so everybody can have a chance to really understand what's going on, and we can get that. We can pretty much get that. What am I trying to say? The rhythm going. Get the rhythm going where everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Nobody's thinking. So when it comes to game time, it's time to rock and roll. It's time to rock and roll, especially when you got a new offense. That's the most important thing. And we talking about these zone reads and all that kind of stuff. I'm licking my chops, man. I am excited. Somebody that's a former running back, I'm excited for zone reads. Saquon should do damage. He should do damage against zone reads. So I cannot wait. I'm extremely excited, and I want to see what there is to see. I want to see Chris Cooper get that offensive line going. Yeah, I like it. I like it, like it, like it. I can't wait. Cannot wait. So let me see. Where am I? Stream health analytics. There we go. Um, so yeah, man, it's I got a lot of excitement. Um, people still don't understand Philadelphia. We still got people commenting on what they really don't understand. Dr. Shaq, what's good, man? Appreciate you. We got people that don't they're on the outside looking in, trying to figure out what we doing. And of course, um, everybody got their list now. They done already started with the rankings and all that kind of stuff. Y'all know how I feel about that situation. I don't give a damn about rankings. Is Jalen Hurts elite? I don't know. Is he? Is he elite? Like what kind of answer are you looking for? You still asking that question. Give me all the elite quarterbacks that you gonna name and ask how many of them got a ring or how many of them been to the Super Bowl twice. So that's the only kind of elite I care about. And that is the constant fight that we deal with as Philadelphia fans and Jalen Hurts fans. Do you want the results or do you want the optics? And the scary part is most people now, all they want is the optics. They don't want the results. They only want the results if the optics come with them. And sometimes you don't get it like that. And I'm glad we got a Jalen Hurts because eventually the optics are going to come. Put yourself in a hypothetical situation, right? Again, let's get the Infinity Gauntlet, and let's get the Time Stone and the Reality Stone. Let's snap the fingers. Let's do the Thanos and snap, and let's go all the way back when Jalen Hurts was drafted, and look at the rhetoric that was around us drafting him, even as a second round pick. The rhetoric was, it's a safe pick. We need a good backup. He'll be able to hold the tone until we get somebody in that'll be our franchise quarterback. That was the rhetoric. He is a placeholder. He should be good enough to be a good backup. Hopefully we don't have to use him too much until we can get that number one draft pick in here and they can be the franchise quarterback. That was the rhetoric. But eventually you got to let them play. And you got to see what you need to see. And when they show you that, believe it. Believe it. Luckily for us, Nick Sirianni believed in him. And they rode that wave. And Sirianni goes to the friggin' Super Bowl his second year as a coach, dog. His second year. Was it second or his third year? That was his second year, right? So he got to the game pretty quick. And again, the same way with Jalen is the same thing with Nick Sirianni. You got to go back and you got to look at you got to pull the receipts when he was hired. And you got to look at all of the rhetoric. Everything that somebody, and it's like, you got to let it play out. You got to let it play out. What are the odds we get that perfect combination of coach and quarterback? And we got a chip, and people still don't believe in Jalen. It's like, what do you want? And I honestly believe, and I truly believe, that there are people out there that would rather have a quarterback that can throw for 4,500 yards and not win a Super Bowl. I think there's people that want that. And people do not really understand how supremely difficult it is to get to that game, let alone win it. They don't know about that. They can't figure that out. And we got somebody that did. All of that stuff. again, take that infinity gauntlet and play out the rhetoric for Jalen Hurts. Um, yeah, Jalen Hurts, he was a good safe pick, but he's not going to be your franchise quarterback. He's not going to take you to the Super Bowl. Do you think Jake? Because I believe that was on the radio a couple times when they drafted Jalen Hurts. Do you think Jalen Hurts is going to take this team to a Super Bowl? No. Okay, so hopefully the next couple of years we can get somebody and they throw out whoever they popular names are. The quarterbacks that'll be seniors coming up, and maybe we can get one of those and then when I click, when I do my snap and I use the reality stone, I'm going to change reality and I'm going to look at them people that say, yeah, I don't care about Jalen Hurts. Like, it's not like he won the Super Bowl or anything. Or they say, if I thought Jalen Hurts was going to win the Super Bowl for the Eagles organization, then I would feel different. Well, there you go. We are so tied into the optics of a thing that a lot of people miss the value in said thing. They always want something extra. They always want the flashy. They always want the baddie. They always it's crazy. It is crazy. It's like I say about marriage. It's like these days with all of these young people watching all these reality shows, they put more work into the actual wedding than they do in the marriage. So they have a fire wedding, a bomb-ass wedding, and then they get divorced in 3 years. And the next thing you know, they on the Housewives show talking about, yeah, this is my money. Stop playing with me. So it's all good, man. We got the best person for this city. And you gotta get that high five to Howie Roseman, man. Howie keeps getting it done. Every time it's his turn to step up to the plate, he gets it done. And you know what? He's hit a couple of grounders. He's got thrown out a couple times. But you look at Howie's track record, he ain't striking out too many times. Not striking out too many times. So, yeah, Chris, the defense is my MVP. Our defense is going to be good, man. Our defense is going to be good. I think people are shortchanging Andrew Makuba. I think Rick Woolen is going to be that dude. I just do. I hope he doesn't get into trouble like CJGJ did, but because he's got that reputation to have that type of attitude, Rick Woolen does. But, man, to have somebody that tall and that fast with that wingspan, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We shouldn't miss a beat in our secondary because I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling some kind of way when they let Reed Blankenship walk out the door. And we could have paid Reed. We could have paid him. Reed ain't making that much money. We could have made that happen. But they made their decision. And I know they still they like Marcus Epps as a solid veteran backup because Andrew Makuba is going to be that dude again. And let's not forget, when Andrew Makuba was healthy, he was balling. He wasn't just good, he was real good. So Quinyon Mitchell has become a staple. Cooper DeJean has become a staple. And when I say staple, I mean you already know what you get with them. You already know by default. Quinyon Mitchell, Pro Bowler. Cooper DeJean, Pro Bowler. By default, you already know you're going up against one of the better defensive backs in the league. So we got that covered. We just got to get the young fella back there at safety, get him some more snaps, coming off an injury. We know what you're capable of. Now we just got to get you out there to realize it. And that's a good spot to be in, man. I think we're set, man. Our linebackers are still the best in the business. Jahad Campbell, local boy. It's on you, young fella. Because you got some big shoes to fill. Because y'all know I was a huge N'Kobe Dean fan. So now somebody got to fill in that gap. Somebody has to show me the intelligence. They got to have a brain like N'Kobe did. They got to have a nose to the ball like N'Kobe did, because N'Kobe did work. N'Kobe did work. And then he got hurt. And when he came back, he did work. So, gaps to fill. Gaps to fill. Yeah. But I think we'll be okay. I think as long as Zach Bond is still back there, and you know what? Whether it's Jeremiah Trotter Jr. or Hod Campbell, somebody got to step up. And this is where you this is where you fall back on your coach. This is where you fall back and you're like, all right, Vic, get these young fellas ready. Get them ready. Now it's time. Now it's time. So we're gonna see what's what very quickly. Very quick. So yeah, we almost in July, man. Ain't that scary? We be in July next week. What, Friday? Friday's the 4th, right? Yeah. So we'll see, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun, man. I'm happy. I'm happy right now. I'm not happy. I'm content. I am very content with where the Philadelphia Eagles are today. Very content. And we should see it should pay more dividends the longer it goes. Because I already know, I trust the fact that right now Sean Mannion and Jalen Hurts are in the lab. Not necessarily in a lab verbatim or literally, but these jokers are probably on the phone every day, comparing notes, going over film. Both of them tapped into the server, watching film together, and Jalen's going to come through because he understands the job, man. Jalen understands the job. He knows what it takes. He ain't got to be the guy. It ain't got to be flashy. It just has to be effective. And he understands that. But I think this might be one of the better years for Jalen Hurts. I just think it's going to happen. They got the young brainiac in Sean Mannion, and I don't think he's a fluke. Yeah, Saturday is the 4th, man. It's going to be, shoot, I got to charge up my other drone because my goal this year, I've been saying this for the last couple of years, but now that I'm thinking about it, and now that I got a new drone, but I'm going to take my old drone. I got a DJI Spark, and that's a real drone, but I'm going to take that up in the air July 4th. Just take it up as high as I can get it and just survey the landscape and just watch all of the fireworks go off from that perspective. It's pretty cool. So, what's up, Tiff? So, you think it's a World Cup game in Philly on Saturday? Okay. So, thanks, Carlos. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. I'm one of them guys. I'm one of them guys, like, when there's an event that happens, I'm never in any pictures because I'm always the one taking the pictures. And it seemed like I was cursed or blessed with that, because it would seem like, you ever been to a thing and you say, hey, take this picture of me, and you give somebody else your phone and they take their picture, and then you look at the picture and it's trash. And I'm like, that was me. And it would drive me nuts. And the only way I could get, in a lot of the pictures was I had to do the selfie mode. That's why you see a lot of the pictures with the Eagles and stuff like that. I'm in selfie mode because I don't trust nobody taking pictures, because for some reason, somebody else, if I give somebody my phone, I don't know what I'm going to get back. I have no idea what I'm going to get back. So I was like, yeah, let me do it. And I used to hate trying to go somewhere, set up my tripod, and then you gotta set up sites if you want to, do different things and make the environment live a little bit. So there's some things and rules you got to follow, you know, but I'm the only one doing it. So I would set up the tripod, and I had it to the situation where I was set up. I got a where's my thing at? Oh, it's over there. My gimbal. I got a gimbal I would put on top of my tripod, and the gimbal would track me. And I used to set it up because I had the app on my watch. So I would set up everything, place myself where I thought the camera would see me, and then I would go into my watch and I could actually see what the camera sees. And I would calibrate and all that kind of stuff. And then I would go. The problem is that might take 5, 6, 7 minutes. So you can get some good stuff, but man, filming on your own is a pain in the ass. It is, because you got to do everything twice. Because once you do it, you got to reset the camera, then go do it again, and maybe you move or put it in a specific location because you're trying to get a certain shot, and one thing might go wrong, and it's crazy like that. Crazy like that. Like when I shot that footage in the park, I'm walking out across the field to go up that hill right before the beginning, right before I got to that point. I turn the drone on, and then of course it tells me, my phone tells me there's an update you do have to do. So I got to update the phone and the drone and the app and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, listen. So, but it's all good. It's good content. It looks good. And it's working, because I hope you like it. If you liked it, share it, and we're going to keep this thing going. So I like what it can do. And with some of the stuff that I can do in After Effects, I'm trying to step my game up a little bit. But I tell you what, man, I was watching an old video today, or yesterday rather, and I was like, I might have to bring back my studios, man. I like my studios like this. I like this, but I still need a little bit of animation. I need a window in the back or something to see people walking by. And I watched the old video. If y'all was with me my first year, I had an active set where I had a glass, my whole back wall was glass, and you could see fans walking back and forth. So I'm gonna have to get back into Blender, man, and put some more 3D stuff together. I bought a program. I didn't even use it the way I wanted to use it. I got a program that I can simulate crowds, and I'm supposed to be able to go into that program and I can change what they wear. So you already know, dude. I was gonna put them in some Eagles gear, some hoodies, some shirts. I was gonna hook it up, but again, it's just me. So that takes a lot of time. And then one thing led to another, and I forgot. And then I started getting, when I redid my theme song, that took a long time because, I'll be trying to put it down, man. So I'll be trying to get it done right. So, but I might have some good stuff, man. I might have some good stuff. So I'm gonna start doing a little bit more World Cup content, because now we in the knockout rounds and stuff like that, and now it's getting serious. So good stuff, man. So good stuff. What else did I saw something else that I meant to talk about. Let me find the news. Let me find the news. I think it was the Washington comments where they said they're catching up to Philadelphia's roster. Maybe, I don't know. We got to play. Jalen Carter's getting 49ers rumor now. Very interesting. Very interesting. I believe it when I see it. That's where I am with it. I believe it when I see it. Random Man Time, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the feedback on my content, especially as much time as I put into doing that theme song. Oh my God, I appreciate it. I appreciate your appreciation. So, but all right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and land this plane, man. We rocked for about 35 minutes. That's what's up. We got a lot of stuff going on. I got some more content I got to do. I got another drone video that I did. I put it through a test at the playground, at my local playground. So I got to edit that and get it up. So good stuff, man. Trying to make it happen, trying to do some different things and, head of the game. Yes. Thank you, Tiff. I did mean to mention that. Yes, I did see Chris Johnson's, the ALS. Let me tell you something, man. CTE has become, we talked about it so much and it's become a joke. Now, I'm not sure if CTE is responsible for his ALS, or I'm not sure how that works. But I think, in my opinion, I think the two things could be related. And I've said this before, I didn't play very long in the NFL, but I played a lot of football. When the NFL and what I did in the World League and up in Canada, 5 years of college, that's a lot of banging. That's a lot of banging. And sometimes I think that, I may have gotten a blessing in disguise. Some of my counterparts that played 10, 12 years in the league, made millions of dollars, but that ain't really helping a situation right now, is it? All the money in the world ain't going to help Chris Johnson right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I feel like effects and stuff like that. Like you guys will hear me on here live and I'll be just forgetting names all of a sudden, players' names and stuff like that. And that's just the way that it goes. So, but it was, I saw it. It was very sobering. Chris Johnson was a dynamic player. The kid ain't even 40 years old yet. I'll be 56 in a week and a half. This kid ain't even 40 yet. That's the scary part. All this technology, we ain't figured that out yet. So yeah, prayers up for him. That's sad news, man. And you don't know. They ain't figured out a way how to fight it yet. So yeah, prayers up for him. So, but all right, on that note, I'll go ahead and land this plane. All right. I appreciate everybody. Short and sweet tonight. We'll go longer later on in the week. So we good. But I appreciate everybody coming through. Tiffany, as usual. Random Anton, I appreciate you. The Flying Mayan is in the building. I appreciate you, bro. Ian Sr., what's going on, my guy? Carlos, as usual. Chris 3K, as usual. I appreciate y'all, man. Dr. Shaq, don't be a stranger, bro. You know how we do. Anthony Jett, the Barbarian, in the building. Appreciate you, bro. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. And what's today? I will talk to y'all tomorrow night. No, tomorrow night is me and Tone. Bald Eagles podcast, 8:30 p.m. on Pro Fan Talk. That's tomorrow night, me and Tone. So we'll get that done, and then I'll be back with you on Wednesday. All right? So you guys have a good one. Enjoy your time, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Go Birds. Yo, 2026 and the link is feeling cold. Last year is done, new story getting told. Jalen under fire, say his vision's getting tight. They say he's uncoachable, can't get right. AJ in New England, now that deal is done. Lemons got the green light, pick that number one. Benny in the coordinator, put your fears to rest. Patello playing checkers, why this dude is playing chess. AJ finally traded and the hype train's broke. Rabel's back to coaching and Rosini's catching smoke. 10 toes down with the Eagles on the scene. Ain't no time for fakers cause your boy is bleeding green. Sources leaking stories but you know it's all cap. Coach Marcus on the mic and he's shooting all facts. Search trending topics, information moving slow. Pro Fan Talk, always keep you in the know. Pro Fan Talk. Hit the bell, that's law. Break it down from the film to the box score raw. Pro Fan Talk. With the real ones bar. From the birds to the league, we gon' cover it all.